Good morning, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and start early. I already see some comments in advance. I see the Canadian Hippo. I see Deshawn Wind Mom. Oh my gosh, good morning. Fire signs. So, anyway, I know my nephew is going to see this. My nephew, Deshawn Wind, he is part of the Manosphere. Okay. So, because of that, I went ahead and adopted him years ago. Years ago. If you're curious, I just came back from a jog and I had me a little protein drink. That's just me, and had me some water. And now my favorite drink on the side. It's really nice out. It's a little kind of cloudy out, but it's not bad. But anyway, so my nephew Deshawn Wynn, he is part of the Manosphere. I am not part of any sector. I went ahead and embraced that. I am not part of any sector. Okay. Both sides have blocked me. I also have fans on both sides. Okay. And I understand both sides deep down are waiting for me to get lit again. Bring in a little newscasting drama. I'm aware of that. I know. And don't worry, I will deliver. I mean, it's not hard for me to do. Just say a few words and people lose it, seem like. Um, but we're going to help my nephew Deshawn Wynn be the ultimate Black Manosphere man that he wants to be. Now, he's a little different only because he likes to hang out with white racist Manosphere types. Now, there are some Black Manosphere men who are cool with some white Manosphere men, but they're not usually the racist types. So my nephew Deshawn Wynn is a little different in that aspect. Um, and overall, a lot of Black Manosphere men, they don't like white Manosphere men, but without the white men in general, there wouldn't be white women that they love to, worship. But then the Manosphere was invented by white men to go against white women feminism. But okay, whatever. So we're going to help my nephew Deshawn Wynn become the ultimate Black Manosphere man. And I'll leave this up because I think he's still sleeping. Even though he's unemployed and he can be up right now, I think he's still asleep because it's still early, but it's a beautiful Sunday morning. And I went out for a jog, had my hair in a little ponytail. I'm really living that life. So, anyway, I went ahead and say, hey, AI, you know how the Black Manosphere like to complain about Black women existing pretty much? Like nails, hair, like I said before, the classics. Can you list 10 or more sweet things they like to complain about? So AI went ahead and delivered a nice list. And this will help my nephew Deshawn Wind. Like he can go on AI, for some tips. Okay. So a big thing when it comes to manosphere content in general, regardless of the race, they like to talk about age and hitting the wall. Now, when it comes to hitting the wall, in my opinion, man or woman can hit the wall. But a woman who or a man who keep themselves in shape, take care of themselves, and as an example, let's say they're over the age of 55, to me they didn't hit the wall. They took care of themselves. But those who don't, because there's people who are 19, 25, and they have hit the wall. Okay, either gender. So Deshawn, my nephew Deshawn Wynn, when you see this, remember Auntie Penny Elite, I love you because we're family. Remember, so you can see up here, claiming that women over 30 or even over 25, if a woman go beyond the age of 25, it's doom and gloom for her. Don't forget that, okay? One of the Mansfield guys from the UK, he actually sent me an email for my birthday reminding me that one day I'm going to be 40 and that he's going to go in at that point, pretty much. So that was a happy birthday to me from the Manosphere guy. So, shout out to him. And he's a Black Manosphere man. Okay. So they use a lot of ageist language. Okay. There's one in particular who likes to pretend he's not a Manosphere man. And he will say things about one of my favorite subscribers, like stop e-begging. But he has no room to talk. Also, they like to talk about body size and natural features. So the Black side of the Manosphere, like certain features that are kind of popular on Black people, okay? They like to talk about weight, but we see some of them get with little hefties when they date out. Not all the time, but they're kind of known for it. But I will give credit on the white manosphere side, even if they're fat, in shape, or skinny, regardless if they're losers or not. I'm talking about all of them, the good ones and the bad ones. At least when it comes to dating women, they kind of have they stay on point. They don't say, okay, black women or Asian women or Latina women, you can be fat asses as long as you're not a white woman. They don't do that weird stuff. That's black manosphere stuff, okay? Anyway, so Deshawn, you know what? Nephew Deshawn, my nephew, Deshawn Wind. You should get you a girlfriend, a non black woman, and make sure she looks, I don't know, make sure she's disabled or out of shape. Your whole thing is to try to trigger black women, okay? And yeah, there are some BWE women out there. They make the same type of content because they have learned from the best, Black Manosphere, and they trigger you guys right back. So whatever you say, I've noticed that they've been saying the same thing back. So basically, it's a triggering contest. So focus, okay? Pretty much be anti-black in a way and pro-interracial only for yourself. So I'm not going to help you in the future. I can't be doing this, teaching you how to be a manosphere man. I'm not pro-manosphere. And I see I'm not pro BWE. I saw some videos claiming I was a secret person for the manosphere. There are people who believe I'm pro manosphere. Can you believe that, nephew? But then, anyway, so also remember, nephew, make content saying, oh, your degrees are not going to keep you warm at night. How dare you enjoy reading? Call black women masculine no matter what. Okay. So here are these are legit tips for you. Make videos talking about you want a woman who cook and clean, you want a chef, you want a maid. F that love stuff. You need a woman to serve. Okay. Okay. And nothing wrong with a woman cooking and cleaning, but the way some of you guys go about it is kind of insane. Okay, we're going to go to the next slide. We're going to get to your video. I found another video of yours I never seen either, but we'll get to it, nephew, by the time you see this. Okay, because it is early Sunday morning. I know people like to sleep in. So I'm going to leave this up so my nephew can see it so he can be the best man. So, okay, how do I say this? Basically, low key, nephew, you guys are kind of like in line with racist white supremacy, low key, because it's a lot of anti blackness to it. And there are black women who I have encountered who heard of the Black Manosphere and they got white boyfriends now. And I'll stop right there. So y'all are doing a great job, but you're not really putting effort like the others are. Okay. You have to do comparison. Let's say, for example, men don't really do this. They usually use non-black women, but you can use a black woman. Say this black woman is so beautiful, and then to another black woman say, oh, she's just easy on the eyes, or nothing at all. Right? You can do that as well. Like it's all about mind games. That is more red pill leaning. You don't do red pill stuff. Your videos are nothing. I don't see red pill. It doesn't scream red pill. Red pill, they like to compare women or low key, you know, say things in a way. Now, there are some red pill men who are really intelligent. I just don't call them out. I don't say anything. I'm like, oh, okay. And now I know they're red pill, but I just didn't know, it takes me time. But you, I know for sure you're not red pill after knowing you for so many years since I adopted you. Now, Black Manosphere, they invented divestment, they invented swirlers. Those are other sectors that responded to the Black Manosphere. Basically, in a nutshell, we hate black women. Even though some don't feel like that's how they come off, if all you do is complain and black women existence and some of them wish black women were dead, yeah, other, sectors happen and now some of them are married to other races of men. Okay? So some biracial children out there are Black Manosphere invented or created. So shout out once again to the Black Manosphere. So nephew, you have to add your part in trying to separate Black men and Black women from each other by coming off so undesirable, like behavior wise, that any Black woman that come across your channel, she can be a teenager, she can be a young adult, she can be middle aged, and she'll be thinking, oh, hell no, that is your job, okay? That is what it's all about. I'm giving you tips. It's not hard to be a manosphere man. It's really not that hard. So you can see all these long lists that AI said that Black manosphere men like to complain about. Even some things I never heard of. I'm like, oh, okay. So you can go to AI for tips. Um, they even complain about women buying iced coffee. How dare she? Who does she think she is? Just like, for example, you can be different. I love his content, this guy right here. You can be different, nephew, and say, you know what? White women make Rice Krispies better than Black women. Now, according to Tariq Nasheed, white men and white women make great Rice Krispies, which is actually true. It is actually true. But Black women can make good Rice Krispies too. But that's not the point. You need to make videos saying Black women can't make great cupcakes, or Black women, they don't breathe right. Black women, when they go out the door, they don't know how to exit a door correctly. Like, just basically anything, okay? But just try not to copy the other manosphere men. Try to stand out. Try to stand out.
Hello, YouTube. Hello, McChow. Hello, Red Pill.
See, this is not a good. The intro. The intro's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But the whole point is, okay, so nephew, I know you might be watching this right now. I'm not for sure. Okay, so a manosphere man from your sector, your community, your culture, because it's pretty much a culture at this point. He came to my channel. He said that the reason why Black manosphere men complain about Black women is because you guys want us to do interracial dating so we can produce, hopefully, biracial girls. It's just you guys don't like seeing Black women with other races of men, but you want the results. He came to my channel and said that. I'm like, well, can you make a video saying this? And if that's the case, then okay, y'all don't have to do all this for it. And yeah, biracial children, they can be beautiful, just like any other race of child, white, Black, Asian, Latin. Babies are cute in general. It just don't matter. But okay.
It's everybody's favorite balding, stressed out looking capybara going.
See, and this is not red pill. Red pill men do not usually go up here talking about their receding hairlines. They're stressed out. They have a fake confidence, okay? Red pill men have a fake confidence. I almost fell for it in the past, and I definitely fell for it even farther back because I like confident men. I do. So I have to be careful of actual red pill men out here because they have traits that mimic the type of men I like. I like certain personalities. But it's all smoke and mirror. It's not real. They usually suffer. I'm not saying all, but the majority of red pill men, they usually are insecure. Okay? Usually they have some personal issues. So for you to share that you're balding and you got a midlife crisis, this says, in my opinion, black pill more so. This don't sound like red pill. Red pill men, they will try to flex. They're number one. That's why sometimes I mimic their behavior up here on purpose. They don't like it, but I just mimic them. But my confidence is real, so I don't have to lie and do all that stuff. But I like to troll them. So when it comes to red pill, you are not red pill. Let's hear that again. This is not red pill. Let's hear that intro again. Maybe you just want to be red pill because you like the sound of it, but you're not.
Hello, YouTube. Hello, McChow. Hello, Red Pill. It's everybody's favorite balding, stressed out looking.
Balding, stressed out. Yeah, the content on white side of manosphere and black side of manosphere, I never hear them promote to say that y'all got receding hairlines, that you're balding. You guys kind of do more of a fake it till you make it low key from my perspective. So if you're going to be this red pill manosphere man and not the black pill manosphere man that you really are, you're going to have to work on having a fake confidence, a fake ego. You know your homeboy, that Idaho guy that tricked the hell out of me. He was on the Tick and Talking years ago talking about his nose is big and the natural traits that belong to some black people. I didn't know about that. I didn't know he had low self-esteem because he portrayed himself as confident, all these great things, but in reality, he's insecure. So if you're going to be a red pill like that, you're going to have to pretend you're happy. You're going to pretend that your life is not boring. The average red pill man, in my opinion, not to insult anyone out there, they tend to live very boring lives, very yarn, very average. They try to do things. They might try to go out, right? Whether it's with a woman or they're solo, but it screams they're not happy with life, okay? But the whole point is you have to portray yourself like that. Like, look at you. Not you're balding and you're stressed out, you're depressed. That is not how red pill men talk. You got to have a fake ego, fake confidence, like you're that person, like you're that man, like you're alpha, right?
Capybara going through a midlife crisis.
Yeah. Yeah, this is not it, nephew. This is not it. I mean, you're trying, but this is not red pill. You need to call yourself black pill and be done with it. And then this video would make more sense. Okay? Let's go.
It's funny, really, that these Section 8 Keishas have the
Oh gosh, not Section 8 again. This is a newer, well, not new, but a different video and you're back on Section 8? Yeah, your mom is definitely on it, or she was on it, because I never heard anyone talk about Section 8 this much unless they've been on it. One of my subscribers, he grew up on Section 8. He shared that to me. He did. So he talks about Section 8. So obviously your family, thanks to my tax dollars and other people out there, funded shelter for you. And that's okay. If y'all didn't have money like that, then who knows? You might be in a Section 8 now.
audacity to get on YouTube and the and show off something that they don't even own.
You get that nourishment.
First things foremost, you don't have to say when the property taxes go up and the rent goes up,
right,
and the government won't pay your goddamn
Yeah, that's pretty good. Being animated is not a red pill trait. Like when I talk sometimes, I might move my hand a little bit here and there. It was so funny because I was talking to my mom. We were outside of Publix, and this Italian man came out of nowhere. He said, "This is how we talk with our hands." So, so yeah, that's good that you're being animated like that. That shows some form of life, versus the Eeyore personality. And I'm just trying to help you out because I know you want to be a manosphere man. You want to be that guy that black women, when they log off, their self-esteem take a hit. They don't feel like shit, because this black man up here is telling them they're this, they're that, and they listen. But you're not giving that. You're failing. You gotta make us, your whole thing. You gotta make us try to make us hurt, nephew. Make us feel it. Okay, make us feel it. But I'm not feeling anything here. I'm not feeling triggered. I'm not feeling. I don't feel anything. I don't know. Let's hear it.
Don't pay your freaking rent. Is that guy? I mean, that's comfortable. That's real healthy for the kids, right?
Yeah.
Going from place to place to place, right?
So growing up, you had to move place to place to place. I mean, that happens. Some children grow up in army type households and they move country to country. Some children, I was watching Unsolved Mysteries on YouTube. This girl, she grew up with some other siblings, and you know, She grew up in a circus with her dad and mom, and they had to move around because the circus would travel, right? So some people move for different reasons. Obviously, you were on Section 8 growing up. I mean, you're telling on yourself, and you had to move place to place to place. But that's not all other Black women's fault. You have to get therapy for this. This reminds me of another Manosphere man. He took his video down because I was laughing so hard. I didn't want him to take it down. I wanted to save it. He made a video talking about he don't like Black women. So he's good. I need to find his channel for you. He don't like Black women because when he was a kid, he would go to his friend's home, who was a Black boy like him. And for breakfast, he said his friend said, yeah, his mom serves him Pop Tarts every day. So I'm thinking, wait, this adult Black man, he don't like Black women because of what his friend said and had Pop Tarts. But at his household, his Black mom was cooking for him, but he don't like Black women because of someone else's mom. So that's good. That was actually good because when you attack Black women for different things, it exists in other races. If you read the book A Child Called It, based on a true story, he was a white little boy, and his mom, his white mom, made him eat his own poop, abused him, locked him down in the basement, beat on him, and he survived all that. Is he on social media bashing white women? No, he became a pilot, actually married a white woman, and go around, speaking against abuse against children because children don't deserve abuse. Now, I think if he was in a household where his mom was serving him Pop Tarts and not SHIT every day, I think he would have preferred the Pop Tarts. Now, there are abusive moms out there who can be white, Black, Asian, Latin, whatever, but in Manosphere logic, only the Black moms are bad. So you got to work on that, okay? Like, start with your own mother. Some Black Manosphere men, they have come to my channel saying, yeah, my mom ain't And that's why I'm like, I'm getting excited because I like that because I'm joining in right with them. She isn't. She should have swallowed or, Planned Parenthood and you wouldn't be here. And so we're both agreeing. So some of those Black Manosphere types, they try to be hardcore. Yeah, my mom ain't this. Now what else you got? No, we're going to keep talking about your mother. That's why they'll come on my panel anymore. I think the word got out. Anyway, let's hear what else you got to say.
Spread you that you just spread your legs like jelly on toast.
So you don't want Black women to spread their legs to Black men? Because clearly that's who you're talking about. I guess your dad, who I don't know where he is. At least your mom showed up to your birthday. Dad, I don't think he stuck around. You never mentioned him at all. Like, I mean, what happened? So if your mom didn't spread her legs, you wouldn't be here. And I'm so grateful that she did spread her legs, even with the heat miser type hairstyle, and still had you. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. Even if you don't want to be here, I'm happy you're here. You're my nephew, and I'm your auntie. Okay? Your Auntie Penny Elite.
You done spread your legs like jelly on
How many times are you going to talk about leg spreading?
toast. I'm not just talking to the Section 8 Keishas. I'm talking to the Section 8 Karens as well.
Oh, the Karens. Okay.
You spread your legs like jelly on toast. You
That's
had
a
you
little
popped out
different.
some kids, and now you're getting government vouchers. EBT. Look here, some places don't take EBT.
Okay.
SNAP benefits. The green card.
It's a green
Yes,
card?
some of them, they don't take it. Sorry.
So the food stamp card is a green card. See, he knows a lot of details. I have to look that up. He's talking about his own childhood. And I think he should keep this private. But I don't know why he wants to share by pretending. I don't know. He's talking about other Black women that I don't know who. Maybe it sounds like his family. It sounds like his family because personally, I don't have any Black friends who are on Section 8 or food stamps or anything like that. And if they are, okay, what does that got to do with me? But anyway, let's hear more of his childhood. It's getting kind of bad.
Sorry, it's not my fault, but hey. I didn't look here. I didn't stick my Johnson and unprotected on somebody.
So that's good. That's important. See, that's what I like about my nephew. He's talking about safe sex right now. That's good that you wear a condom because I don't know what type of women you get with. I have no idea. You never shared, or maybe you did, and I just didn't see that video. But that's good that you're wearing a condom. Good for you, nephew. Good for you. What color condoms do you wear, though? You don't know if you want to make a video one day talking about that.
To produce some illegitimate children. But guess what? You did. You did. Not me. You got on that government assistance. You got married to the
Right.
government, and now you're getting it.
Okay.
Now you're getting it screwed on.
Okay. Take your time. There you go. So now you gotta smoke a little bit. Yeah, this is very
You
black
got married to the
people.
government. That's what happens when you get married to the government. That's what happens when you
They got married to the government.
praise the government.
Okay. Well, congratulations to them.
You know, hail to the government, right? You are quick to get in bed. You are
Mm-hmm.
quick to bend over for the government.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first you bend over for a dude, and then you bend
Mm-hmm.
over for government,
Okay.
right? You play your
So you don't want the Western woman to have sex. But do you understand that SYSBM and Passport Bros pretty much the same thing? Blue Book gentlemen, they sometimes marry prostitutes overseas, and when he's not around, she's sleeping around. There are videos made on this, literally with proof. So the foreign woman, she can get banged up, right? But the Western woman, it sounds like you don't want her to have sex. But the foreign woman is like, I don't, what's going on here? That's interesting. So your mom is American. You don't want her to have sex. And by the looks of it, I don't think she is having sex at all, which is good. I'm not saying it's bad.
apply for government assistance. You know, it's crazy. It is crazy that as soon as this chick is pregnant, she's already some of them are already applying for government assistance. That's crazy. That really is crazy. Right? So what's going to happen?
Yeah,
What's
what's going
going
to
to
happen?
happen
What's going to
when a
happen?
president gets in and
Okay, your racist white manosphere friends who doxed you, they likely looked at this video because it sounds like you're kind of drunk a little bit. A little tipsy here. Let me hear that again.
what's going to happen when a president
That,
gets in and shuts it all down? What you going to do? You gonna go for a coup d'etat? You gonna go for a sex strike?
I don't know.
Look, I'm just saying, you gonna go for a sex strike? Who's that going to affect? You're on Section 8 with multiple kids.
Now, this video didn't have many views at all. It had 0 comments. There are some views. I think what you got maybe 15 views. That's good on a small channel. That's actually good. But I mean, I see the effort, but and I can see some of this being red pill because they do talk about, oh my goodness, black women are getting their cars towed, as if only black women get their vehicles towed. But we'll pretend, that's Black Manosphere logic. I get it. I know what y'all doing. What else y'all say? Oh my gosh, so this is a long list, nephew. So I don't understand how you're slacking. I think if you live your truth as a black pill manosphere man and stop calling yourself red pill, then this would make more sense. Because none of this, some of it kind of comes off red pill on a rare, but this is mainly black pill, okay?
Like, who's that gonna affect? You're on Section 8 with multiple kids. It ain't affecting
How many siblings you got? How many siblings?
me. It ain't affecting me. Because I'm gonna tell you why it ain't affecting me. Those kids are not mine. I didn't screw you. I didn't pump my seed into your body.
This sounds real personal. Who are you talking to? Is this? It sounds like it's directed at someone. So you wore a condom, okay? And you know condoms come in extra small and medium. For those who are lurking, I see some lurkers. But anyway, you wore a condom, and now you're complaining. I mean, you seem like you're directing this at somebody. Hopefully, not a lot lizard.
I didn't pump my seed into your body.
Hello, nephew. Oh, that cigarette taking you out. Your brain
I
shut
didn't pump
down.
my seed in your body.
There you go. Say it again. You know you want to.
I didn't make no illegitimate children.
Okay.
It ain't on me. It's on you.
Oh, this is
You
personal.
know. I didn't tell you to go get spread your legs like jelly on a piece of toast.
Oh, leg spreading again.
Get your stuff busted wide open.
So this was a lot
And then
lizard.
9 months later, and then a month later, after the seed then took on,
Mm-hmm.
get yourself in the government assistance. No, I didn't tell you that.
Okay.
I didn't tell you that. So
Yeah,
when
he
you want to
has
get mad
some
at people like me
lot
for
lizard or
when a
somebody. I don't
governor
know.
or representative or somebody votes to
And
shut it
your
down,
speech is slurring like you had a good drink.
and you want to go on a sex check, well, look here, it doesn't affect me. I don't care either way. I haven't touched nothing in 11 years.
Whoa, 11 years. So you must have been reminiscing, I guess, 11 years ago? Whoever that is, she must have been a superstar. You talking all this stuff, but 11 years ago? So you're like a nun. Okay, nothing wrong with that. What do they call that? Monk mode. Okay. Monk mode is also part of the manosphere. Many don't last on it. But monk mode means that you are purposely saying you're not having any sex like a nun. Okay. All right.
It doesn't affect me. You know why it don't affect me? Because I don't want nothing to do with you.
Yeah, this is really, really poorly done. I think he should just go as Black Peel because I do believe my nephew Deshawn Wind right here. I do believe in him that he is manosphere. Straight up. I mean, he definitely is, but he's not red pill. Okay, red pill, you're going to have an ego and confidence and, like you're alpha. And if anybody challenges you, you go at it with them or you avoid them. I mean, this is not red pill. This is not, this is not red pill at all. This is, I don't know why he called himself red pill. Maybe he just liked the title, but this is not red pill.
I don't want nothing to do with you. And I'm gonna tell you who else it don't affect. It don't affect the dudes that aren't getting laid in the first place. You know why? Because they ain't getting it in the first place.
Yeah, this is black pill. See, he's saying they ain't getting it in the first place. If that's really what's happening, nephew, just become a passport bro. There are many women who are desperate overseas, and if you show your American dollars after you seek employment first, because if you go over there with no money, they'll avoid you because there are American men in Latin and in Asia who are living on the streets homeless. There's a whole video about it. I couldn't believe it. And those women see those American men, but they keep walking by because they don't have any money. So I think you should go ahead and do that. Make sure you take prep. Take your little condoms, okay? Uh, because there's a lot of disease going upward because of your brethrens. So just be safe. But it sounds like you want to have sex, but you're not getting any. That's what it sounds like.
If anything, it's just basically making them want to not try anymore. It don't affect the top 1%, the top 10%, because you know why? Because they got money. And you know what they do with their money? They can go elsewhere,
Well,
outside of the United
there you
States.
go. So you're aware. Yeah, I think you had a little drink. Your speech is slurring. It's a lot of pausing. Something's up. So I see why your pretend friends, they went ahead and reported you, because I heard rumors that someone of your group, your manosphere group, racist types, they went ahead and reported you for drinking and driving. That's what I've heard. I don't know if that's true or not, but in this video, something's off. But yeah, they can go to another country, and so can you. So can you.
And leave and encourage other men
Yes,
to get their money up,
yes,
get their passport, and go outside of the United States
absolutely.
to find a wife. Look here, people don't.
Majority are not that dumb to seek a wife overseas. But maybe quite a bit. I don't know the numbers, but a lot of the Mansfield men recommend not marrying the women, but some do, especially the older ones. The older the Manosphere guy is, the more likely he's going to marry a foreign woman, hoping that once he, goes under, if you want to call it that, that his Latina or his Asian wife will be there for him. Usually not. It's rare they do, but who knows? They might get lucky. So, nephew, you also can be a SYSBM passport bro and go overseas too. And like I said, make sure you take prep and you wear condoms, because you come back talking about you got HIV or something crazy, do not tell me. I don't want to do a 3 hour live stream about it. I really don't. I don't.
Look here, people from other countries don't come here, don't come to America looking for a wife. They come here looking for money and
That's
work.
actually not true. There are men who are wealthy from actually other countries, like Germany, like this crazy black girl. She was into this black guy, and he was so disrespectful in her face, saying he prefers white girls. And it made her walk away crying. Then I followed her because this basic looking dude, make a long story short, she went out to a pretty well off bar. I didn't go, but she did. But a man from Germany, millionaire, millionaire, he liked what he saw. He thought she was beautiful, and she is, wherever she's at. So yeah, there are men, even Dominican men. Not all these men are broken poor. Not all of them. And yes, they will come to America if you're an attractive woman. Yeah, they will put a ring on it. There was even an Ethiopian prince who married a black American woman. Oh, excuse me, Akeisha. A prince with royal background in Ethiopia, and he's not broke. His family's not broke. So yeah, there are men from other countries who will come to America seeking a wife. Not now. If she's like the 90-day fiance looking woman, bad dye job, maybe 100 pounds overweight. I mean, just out of shape, like she just look a hot mess. Yeah, those type of foreign men are just as broke as the foreign women that the passport bros get with, and she gonna have to take care of him. Okay, and hopefully he stays around once he becomes legal. But I heard Trump is changing that, so I have to look into that. But no, yeah, there are men who come to America, okay, and they end up marrying women over here. So I know you're not aware of that because you look at manosphere content and that's it. But no, no.
So they can send it back home to their families. They don't come over here looking for a wife, and if they got money and they come over here, they come over here to get to bust your stuff wide open and leave.
No, no, you'd be surprised, nephew. Look, look. I don't want to say too much, but you'll be surprised. Like some foreign men, they're not broke. Now, when y'all go overseas, you got to go to the third world countries. But wealthy foreign men, they can afford to go to somewhere in the UK, America, Canada. They're not going to broke places. So yeah, you're not aware. Like that's crazy. Wow. You'll be surprised. Like if you're an attractive woman in America, Like even a Latina woman, she's like, there's so many beautiful women in America. She don't get the. I'm like, yeah, we're not. You can't give an American woman $2 and she can, get a hut or something and afford groceries for the whole year because the dollar goes farther overseas. So I get it, but they're not being honest about it.
They come over here to bust your stuff wide open and leave.
Just like a lot of passport bros and SYS BM men who go overseas, and sometimes they do lie to the women. It's actually an African woman. She shared that a black American man promised to marry her, took her virginity in Africa, okay, East Africa, and he left. And he left. Yeah, so y'all go overseas and, get the women to spread it wide open, your words. So, look, men and women, regardless of race and culture, they like sex. Not all people are waiting 11 years like you, nephew, to do something. Okay? 11 years, that's a decade and a year. You just shared you didn't have sex for a whole decade and a year. That's a long time. I mean, that is some wow. See, that couldn't be me.
They screw, they nut, they bolt. Like, yeah, I did an American broad. Yeah, I did yes, I did an American broad.
Okay, my turn. Yo, 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 Iggas. Yeah, I went to Thailand. I went to the Philippines. I got me a he she. I bent him over. Yeah, and I bust him. Like, did I do good too, nephew? You see, you can go either way. You see, I know we look. We're having fun. We're having fun. I know he's watching. Good morning, nephew. I know you're watching by now.
That's how they say. They up here lie. You are a laughing stock to men, to international.
But yeah, he is doing manosphere. So he is manosphere because manosphere, um, it's not making any sense because he just shared that basically he's saying that the black men are going overseas wifing up the women, but it's not happening the other way around, which is false. There's a lot of black men who are having sex with these women and leaving. Not all of them are putting a ring on it at all. And then the ones who are married, they're cheating. How do I know, nephew? They were in my DMs on the Tick and Talking. They know me from YouTube. One whole guy got a whole page full of Asian women, how they're great, how they're, the manosphere, y'all black manosphere thing, right? And had all these women on his channel, but he's DMing me, the black American Keisha, that he loves me. Can I give him a chance? But he got all these Asian women. So when it comes to you SYS passport, y'all are for everybody. Okay? You're for everybody. You're for the Asian woman, you're for the Latin woman, you're for the black. Like y'all are like male whores, okay? Like I don't care if y'all end up married. I don't take it serious. I don't. Okay? So, yeah, you're doing the little manosphere thing here. This is pretty good, but you're still black pilled, okay? You're still black pilled, okay? And you need to come to terms and with reality and just say you're black pill. Stop calling yourself red pill. This is the big issue.
Men. You
Oh,
know,
hi, Mick
you are a
Gibson. Good
laughing stock to
morning.
international men.
Good morning. I will leave this up because I want my nephew to be able to watch it on replay. I'm teaching him how to be the best black manosphere man he can be. This is outside of my scope. It feels a little uncomfortable, because I'm not part of the manosphere sector, and I realize I'm not part of any sector at all. At all. I come to terms with that. But I'm part of the newscaster sector if there's such a thing. But I'm just trying to help my nephew be the ultimate black manosphere man he can be. But he's not red pill because red pill men, they have a fake confidence thing going. And I have to be so careful because I love confident men a lot. And that's what fooled me the last time. but it's fake. Once they break down and they, oh my gosh, I don't like being black, it's weird. It kind of reminds me of that Shrek guy. I'm not going to say any names because I'm not subscribed to him. I don't care to go back and forth with him. But it was this Shrek looking manosphere, black manosphere guy. He literally looked like Shrek, okay? And years ago, someone said, oh, you're black. He was so insulted. And I'm like, well, you are black. I'm black. When did someone calling you black as an insult? If someone look at me and say, oh, you're black, I'm like, yeah, I am black. So it's kind of weird, some black manosphere men, they really don't like being black. Is weird.
Like I said, they don't come over here looking for a wife. They don't come over here looking for. They come over here looking for work and to bust your stuff wide open and leave.
Okay, so the passport bros and SYS, they don't go overseas to bust open. Because I made a whole video, nephew, about all the HIV and AIDS that are being spread thanks to the passport bros. So you're not making any sense here, which is actually 10. I'll give you a 10 here. Okay, Black Manosphere content usually don't make sense to me because whatever they say about black women, I've seen in other races of women. Okay, I literally I've seen it. So you're doing pretty good here. Like there's no logic. You're like, oh, they're just coming to America to f you guys and bust it wide open. I'll give you a 10 there. That was pretty good. There's some potential, but I mean, you need a better camera. The quality is really bad. If you're going to be a red pill man, they promote going to the gym because you're a little frumpy. You have patches under your chin, like so it's like you have some hair growth issues on the top of your dome and under your chin, and like you had like a small pus bump in the other video under your chin. So what I'm trying to say is, when it comes to red pill men, they don't put their moms on camera like you've done. Your mom with the Sonic the Hedgehog hairstyle, okay? They never do that because all red pill black men, they are aware their moms are not a 10. Their moms are not a 10. But they want to hide their moms so they can roast other women. Because if you see their mom, you like, wait a minute, he talking about me. You look like a legit 10, especially next to his mom. Not to disrespect moms out there, but I'm just going based on y'all beauty standards, okay? I'm based on y'all requirements, okay? So if you're going to be a red pill man, you got to work on your talking points. You got to work on triggering black women a little better, okay? You got to work on your grooming. Your lips sometimes are ashy. I don't know how. I know you're not doing any illegal drugs where you got white powder on your lips. Hopefully you're not, but I don't think you are. You got to work on at least looking more average or better. Okay. Um, it's a lot of work you need to do because even red pill men who don't look the greatest, you can see they put a little effort. They try. They try, but you don't try. That's why I say you're black pill. And even red pill men, they don't usually have dirt under their nails, but you do. So red pill men, they're kind of like, you know, let me not say it, but you get what I'm saying. Like they try to keep their grooming up. Even if it's not perfect, you're not going to see them with dirt under their nails usually. If so, that means they're working outside, but they're going to work on getting that dirt from under their nails after work or after whatever they're doing. Red pill men, they don't start their videos like you, talking about you're balding, and they keep that to themselves. Now, they may attack a woman and tell her, oh, she's this or she's that, or low key try to compare her to a different woman. That happened to me many of times. They always try to do it, but I'm like, look, if you got to compare me to another woman, that says a lot. That means I'm hot as hell and you're trying to bring me down, and it's not going to work. It's just not. Okay, my images and my past videos are out there. And future ones will be out there, and I'm starting not to really care, but I want to be paid for it. But nephew, you got to work on your grooming, And you see how you have a forehead, which is normal, it seems like for manosphere men. But, I have a little forehead, not like yours though. And when it comes to my forehead, I have a hair. You have a receding hairline, so your forehead really shows. Mine's not like that. Now, if I had a receding hairline, then yeah, I guess it would show something like that. But our head shapes are really different, so I don't know. You might see, I don't know. You might need to cover that up, or you can do something different and say, you know what, you're a red pill man, and you're going to show everybody. You want everybody to see. You can be different.
You know, it is what it is. But hey, y'all keep staying still on that Section 8.
See, if I took this video, nephew, and put it on TikTok, no black woman would feel insulted. They're going to laugh. Because when I upload one of your videos in the past, some years ago, the black women were like, he couldn't brush his teeth. He couldn't wash his face. They didn't even really listen to what you had to say. And that's bad. When if you're a manosphere man, and you are a manosphere man, I'm not going to take that away from you. You are, okay? But you got the women concerned about your hygiene and is he okay? And does he know how to groom himself? Like, you can say anything. You can say black women ain't shit. They're not going to care. They're too focused on looking at how you take care of yourself. And they're actually deep down happy you're not going for them. That's really bad. So you got to work on yourself. You want to be red pill for real, for real. It's all about ego. It's all about you're that person, you're that alpha. You got this, you got that. When in reality, they usually don't have that. They don't have this. Might be a lease, it might be a rental. You know, but the whole point is online, you got to portray yourself as that manosphere man. Now, I don't think I'm going to give you any advice in the future like this, but you're my nephew, Deshawn. You're my nephew, so I'm just trying to help you out.
Housing. This is my house. This is my yard. No, it ain't your stuff. It ain't your lawn. It ain't your house. It ain't your.
Yeah, I don't think I think your mom was Section 8, where she was in the past. Like this Section 8, you keep talking about in a lot of videos. Your mom need to apologize to you and say, hey, son, I'm sorry that I had you living in Section 8. I mean, sorry for providing some type of shelter because you're really taking this to heart.
Crib. It is basically the landlord and the government's crib because they paying for it and you're living there. They're paying
Okay.
for it. That is your man. That is your man. Your man shall provide, ma'am. Your man shall provide, miss. Thing.
Oh, yeah, I see how you got reported. You kind of acting like you're drunk while driving in this video. I can see how your racist manosphere white friends, because there are white manosphere men who are not racist, but you don't like those people. You prefer the racist types. I really believe they doxed you and they reported videos like this because your speech was slurring. The way you're behaving is not what I'm used to. So I can see what happened. And now you're unemployed. Now you're smoking it up, maybe some Black and Miles, being a living stereotype. You're drinking it up at home, and no job, no income is coming in. And you recently had a My Little Pony's birthday party sometime this year. I don't know what year. Like it's just too much going on. And My Little Ponies, do red pill men have My Little Pony type of birthday? I mean, if I guess it's something new. I don't know.
But hey, y'all just keep on believing it. Y'all believe. This is your favorite.
Okay, that was really good, nephew. You're showing life right here. I call this the Kevin Samuels pose because even he has photos everywhere where he put his hands together. I don't know if that's a manosphere thing. I don't know. I know it's a Christian thing when we pray and stuff, but did the manosphere take some things from Christianity? So this is really good. I'll give you another 10 here. Okay. And you showed some life. You're being a little more animated, like you're okay. But overall, it's not red pill. You got to work on it. You got to work on triggering black women better. Like, how do I say it? Because you guys trigger black women, not you, but the other manosphere men. And then other black women have been making videos triggering y'all right back, saying, well, we don't want you either. But you're manosphere and you're not really part of this. It's like you're trying, but you're failing. Okay. Start saying, oh my goodness, black women don't know how, like I said, they don't know how to exit a door right. Just say anything. Black women don't know how to breathe. Black women don't know how to, I don't know, walk a dog. Just say, like, that's the whole point, okay? To try to bring down your race of women. That is really what it is in a nutshell. I'm not trying to be funny, but if you really want to fit in with other black manosphere men, okay, and go up the rink of, coming for the Keishas, you got to do better. Start comparing us to other women. That's like another classic move. Say this woman looks so beautiful, but that other woman, try to cause problems amongst women, based on maybe age or race or just different things. Like it's a long list, okay? That's what you're supposed to do as a manosphere man. You're not supposed to bring any positivity. You're not supposed to bring black men and black women together. Absolutely not. Okay. You are supposed to be that doom and gloom, right? With fire blazing all over the place and say, hey, bitches, I'm a manosphere man. Here I am. Hear you roar. Like, if you really want to be that manosphere man, you got to work on your content better. I didn't really feel triggered. I'm not going to lie. I was looking at how you needed some lotion half the time in this video, but there's potential and you just got to work on it, nephew. Okay. And I am making these videos because I know you're watching and I want you to come back. Okay. Look, you might as well just say, hey, your mom is a Keisha. She's the problem. Here's my videos. Start that as an intro. That is more grabbing of the attention. You might get more subscribers saying, yeah, your mom, she's a B word. How dare that Keisha raise you wrong? How dare she kept you and provided you shelter through Section 8? How dare she didn't put you in foster care? Like Mike the McTow mom, Angler's mom, and a host of others, okay? How dare that B word? Like, you gotta really be about it, okay? I'm not gonna make another video like this because it's weird that I'm giving you advice on how to be a manosphere man. This is not my thing. But yeah, you got potential, but you got a long ways to go. Because when I told you, when I uploaded your video, those women were like, he needs to brush his teeth. Why is his lips are white and ashy? They were like, did he take a shower? And that's not red pill. Red pill men, women never tell them, like, why your lips are ashy. Did you brush your teeth? No, they don't. They don't. But you got this Kevin Samuels pose on deck. So this is potential. Okay? Let me let you finish up.
That is your man. That is your man. Your man shall provide, ma'am. Your man shall provide, miss.
Good morning.
Thing. But hey, y'all just keep on believing it. Y'all believe.
You believe. So I can see you're trying to put some effort and some life. I see the effort right here. But remember, you got to trigger us black women a little better. Okay? And you got to work on your grooming habits. You can't be, that'll be like Grouch from Sesame Street, out the trash can. You guys aren't worthy. What do you bring to the table? You guys are wearing fake hair and nails. Like, no one's gonna give a damn what Grouch gotta say in the trash can. They're gonna laugh or say, dang, you need to work on yourself, Grouch, and keep going. So that's where you're at. I'm not saying you're a monster in a trash can. I'm just giving you an example. So you gotta work on yourself. Get some Vaseline for your lips. Men wear Vaseline. Don't put too much, like like you're greasing up your face, but just a little bit because for some reason your lips get white ashy. Like what's that Dave Chappelle skit where he had all that powder around his face? You don't want to come off like that. Okay, so this is my first and last time making a live stream for you, nephew, on how to be the ultimate manosphere man. The whole point is to separate black men and black women from each other by being a total bastard, pretty much like a badass bastard. Like you come for the women. You women aren't, do that thing y'all you're supposed to know how to do. Okay? Like you come to kill, steal, and destroy type of vibes. You're not here for peace and bringing people to hell no. Hell effing no. I mean, look at the manosphere, black manosphere artwork, okay? It's always like chaos and broken buildings and fire. And fire is my element as a Leo, but it's for battle and, destruction. Be that, you got to do better. You can't just come up here, get drunk, smoke some black and miles, and now you're unemployed. Like what is that? I mean, that's crazy. You gotta do better. If you really want to be a red pill man, watch Darius M content for some ideas. Now he'll go after black women and white women. So listen to some of his videos on what to say. Definitely he likes to women who hit the wall type content. He likes to make those. He actually went after, and Darius M is a black guy. His preference is white women, but he went after a white woman on social media because she was a bottle blonde. He don't like fake blondes. And she crashed out making videos back to back at him like, don't worry about her hair. I enjoyed every moment of it. But see, Darius M is popular for a reason. He knows what to say to trigger, right? That is what you're supposed to do, trigger and make women feel a low-key disgusted, right? Get these women panties even drier, not based on how you look like, but what you're saying, okay? You got to make these women know who you are. You're that manosphere. You're that black manosphere man. You got this, nephew, but you got to work on it. I can't, hold your hand and everything. Remember, I mean, this is kind of weird, but I'll leave this video up so you can get some tips. And remember, watch some Kevin Samuels, Darius M, because you're black. That's the only reason why I'm naming black ones, okay? You're black. You can watch some white ones too, if you want to, but I don't know what type of audience you really want. It depends. So if you watch more of the white manosphere types, you can. Or you can watch some of the black manosphere ones. But I know Kevin Samuels is a good start. O'Shea, he has a receding hairline like you, so y'all might be able to relate. Who else? I said Darius M. He got that knot on his head. You know what? You're subscribed to Hammerhand. I mean, why don't you look at some of his stuff? Even though he don't trigger that well, like I notice a lot of women ignore him online and offline. Like no one really take him seriously. But I would recommend, Darius M. I'm actually subscribed to Darius M. And I listen to his red pill content sometimes on a rare. But you got to work on being the manosphere man you want to be. Okay? Because if I take this video and I upload it to TikTok, the women are going to laugh. They're not going to be triggered. They're going to think you're homeless. And you're my nephew, and it's so embarrassing. Like, oh my gosh, he's failing as a manosphere man. How do you fail as a manosphere man? I mean, how? It's not that hard. If I was a man, it wouldn't be that hard, nephew. Okay? Anyway, that's the end of my live stream. Hopefully this helped him. Yo, Tyrone, yes. Yes. Take a shower, roll up. Yeah, he hates. I don't know why he's like that. I don't know why he don't want to groom himself and just the basic hygiene. But then when his mom came out of nowhere with the Sonic the Hedgehog hairstyle, like Heat Miser, it don't like she take care of herself either. Like she don't, I don't know. That family's weird. Ashy Larry. Yeah, he's talking about Section 8 and all this and that, but I really think he's on welfare. Well, especially now that he's unemployed. Yeah. But definitely his mom. He's too much. He knows too many details about food stamps, Section 8, things that after this live stream, I have to look up to see if it's true. He's too detailed about things he claims he's not on or didn't grow up on. So it's a little questionable. But yeah, thank y'all for showing up. I'm going to leave this up for my nephew. And if you see him around, give him some advice, especially if you're an actual manosphere man. Give him some tips on how to talk to the ladies out there. Give him that work. Let him know who's boss up in this bitch, right? Because he don't know how. He really don't. And he wants to be a red pill man. He don't, he don't want to be black pill. That's what he really is. He wants to be red pill. So help him out. Any tips out there for him? Let him know. If you're blocked, make a new account, leave that comment there, and tell him, he just needs to work on it. He needs to work on it. And then sharing he didn't have sex for 11 years. What red pill man y'all know haven't had sex for 11 years? That's a decade and a year. What red pill man? I never heard of it. I mean, it is so weird. Like, compared to him, I'm more red pill than him. And I'm not even red pill. I'm not a red pill woman. If I was a man, I wouldn't be. But somehow, this is crazy. I just can't. Nephew, work on it.